Want to go to Mexico? Yeah, baby.
Esto dice así, para mi amor del Pacífico, sabor. Cuando yo estaba el otro día viéndote pasar, frente a la playa tu mirada tuve que alcanzar. No me lograba yo explicar, esto no era normal. Cuando en tus ojos yo miré algo sobrenatural.
Baja, California, Mexico, winter 2023. Part 7, Big Trouble in Santa Rosalia.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. It's a wonderful day. We're at Loretto Beach, and we didn't even get anything stolen last night. It's a great day.
Yeah, yes. And we ordered a new campfire, propane campfire last
Big red
night.
campfire in a can.
Yes.
Coming to us.
Well,
Coming to my mom.
yeah. So we'll get it in the spring.
It'll be used by that point.
She'll
She'll be sitting there in her chair in her living room going, "This is nice."
It's not for interior use. Anyways, just waiting for the coffee.
Yep.
But yeah, we locked everything up tight. Nothing was left outside.
Nothing was left out last night.
And we're at a different palapa this
We
time.
learn. We're slow, but we learn.
It's all good. And today we got to run in to get water
Water for the trailer.
for the trailer.
Then find another campsite somewhere else.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully find a site inland by the cactuses.
In the
see.
volcanoes.
In the volcano. We'll see.
After spending a night on the beach, we went into Loretto to get water for the teardrop. We then retraced our route we had taken a couple weeks earlier to get this far south. We drove up the coast, past Conception Bay, back through Mulegé, and the small town of Santa Rosalia. From there, the road went inland, steep and winding through the hills. After driving half a day, we reached a camping area in the hills west of the Tres Virgenes, the volcanoes of the Three Virgins. We found a dirt road heading towards the volcanoes, and we drove up it looking for a good campsite. We found an okay one. We thought we could do better, so we stopped to drop off the trailer to make it easier to look for that epic campsite. And that's when we noticed that something wasn't right.
We got a big issue. I don't know how we didn't have a massive wreck.
This bearing is gone, man.
How did that tire stay on there?
I don't know.
Well, this will be fun. At least it's a trailer and not the truck, so. It's alright.
It appeared that the nut came loose off the spindle and the bearing failed. This resulted in the wheel resting right on the spindle as we drove along. The only thing holding on the tire was our heavy-duty fender and a lot of good luck.
That shit's all fucked up.
Unfortunately, the hub totally wrecked the spindle. The spindle was worn quite flat in a couple of places, and of the bearing, there was very little trace. The hub itself had some deep grooves worn into it from the contact with the spindle. It was also toast. Burnt toast, not yummy toast with warm butter on it. I guess our okay campsite is going to be home for now.
There's the road in. We're about 4 kilometers off the road. Well, we're on the road, but 4 kilometers in off the paved road, MX1. And this road keeps going on, and this road leads somewhere, and we're going to go find out eventually, since we're going to be here.
So now we're driving back to Santa Rosalia to get cell service and to see if there's going to be any place that we can get
Order an axle,
buy an axle, 2:30, so we'll be getting there about 3:30. So hopefully we'll find some place that's open. If not, we'll have to try again tomorrow. But I'm gonna see. Options are if we can get the right axle.
300 meters, sharp left.
Can certainly get one. Probably have to order one. Can't imagine anybody would have one with the right pattern on it. Or to get a comparable one and 2 trailer tires.
Yep.
We're gonna see. All right. So what's happening now?
Well, let's see. We bought jack stands so we could stabilize the trailer for the night. And we did a long internet search, not finding anything on trailer parts or trailer repair places anywhere near us. But I did find a shop, and the guy says he can fix it. If I bring him the axle, he can fix it. So we're gonna find out.
So how'd you find this shop?
I found it because there is a long travel Toyota truck sitting in front of it, and it looks beautiful. And I thought to myself, there's somebody who knows how to build stuff. So we went and asked him.
He was willing to come out and get the trailer, but
Yes, he was willing to come pick it up, but I said we could just bring the axle up, it'll be easier. He said, see.
and that'll at least give us some place where we can live for however long it takes.
However long it takes to rebuild an axle.
Yes.
I don't know, I've never had to rebuild one, so we'll find out.
I have no idea. We're running out of daylight, and I gotta pee.
We got an axle to remove.
We got an axle to remove, so
Dinner to cook.
dinner to cook. And tomorrow we will take the axle to the guy.
Our first order of business is to stabilize the trailer using its front jacks and a pair of jack stands from AutoZone.
Trailer onto our new. Oh dear.
So the Fotrax Max Escaper buddies are doing a nice job holding up the trailer. They flexed a little bit before they got to the sand, but they didn't crack or break yet. So we'll see how they do when we're all done. See if they're warped.
The next order of business was to unbolt the shocks.
Desert field repair. Well, not yet. Not field repair yet.
Assembly.
Disassemblage. Shock. Okay. I'm going to release the axle from the springs, and then we're going to remove this bolt to drop the spring out, and I'll put this jack underneath the center of the axle to hold the axle up while we remove the spring. That's the plan, at least.
Next was to remove the axle U-bolts. Then disconnect the electric brake lines.
Let's see. That's the ground wire. See, that broke, so I need to replace that anyway. Well, that's good to know. I've noticed that before. Peel you back. Oh, you're tied in there beautifully, aren't you? regular brakes. Remove that there. Now the axle can drop on this side. Now let's go to the other side. Ugh.
Then I had to remove the bolt from the rear leaf spring shackle.
Loose. Just need to disengage it from the hangers. Yeah, it's like you can rub your belly and pat your head at the same time.
All right. This side. You sit there. Hold that, please. There's that. Okay.
Now what?
With that done, we could finally drop the axle.
You ready?
Yep. Spring back up and the pin, just slide the pin back in it.
Hey.
Well, yeah, just like that.
Hey. Yeah.
And here's the clip from the opening montage that everyone's been asking us about for the last 6 episodes.
Baby, it's got no legs.
There we go. One axle.
Woohoo!
Baja, baby.
You need
Baja.
to move it away from the door.
I'm gonna take it over the truck
Ah, okay.
as it trips on all the shit. That wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad. Now we just need to get it to the guy tomorrow to have it repaired. So, we got our
Axles in the back.
axles in the back. We're heading to the
Heading to the service truck Bastidas.
Here's truck Bastidas. We're almost there. Outskirts of Santa Rosa.
1.5 kilometers from
Rosalia.
Santa Rosalia.
Rosalia.
It's the only place we could find in town. Well, not the only place, because we didn't look at any other place. After the guy said he could repair it, I stopped looking.
Anyways, this guy's place looks like a typical Mexican auto repair shop. It's like looks like a junkyard because of all their project stuff, but this is very typical of.
He says he does big trucks, little trucks, trailers, campers, and he can make a spindle and fix a hub.
So
Google Translate is your friend.
Google Translate can save your butt.
El traductor de Google puede salvarte el trasero.
we shall see, but yeah, if he can fix trucks and he can build a long
Long travel
truck, hopefully he'll be able to fix a simple.
There. This is where I think we broke it.
Oh,
We slammed into this.
it wouldn't be the first damage that was done there. Anywho,
That's the story so far.
the story so far.
Keep you updated.
It's right up your head.
word is they're cutting off the spindle, they're machining a new one and welding that one in, and they're going to fix the hub. And he said, it might take all day. Can you be back at 5? And I said, at 5? He said, yes. I said, we'll be here. So it might not take all week like we thought.
All right.
Now I got happy tears.
And I got happy tears. And we're taking in our laundry.
We went back at 5 and found out that they'd already closed for the day. So we called the phone number and we were told to come back tomorrow. I'm not going to say that this wasn't disheartening, but we still had hope for tomorrow, and we had this beautiful campsite for tonight.
Looks like we're spending another night.
Another night here.
Yeah, so it's not going to be done until tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 1 tardes.
1 tardes. Una
tardes.
tardes. Bees are gone.
Bees are gone for now. They'll be back tomorrow.
We got to put our laundry away. Yep. And then it's time to make hamburguesas.
And there was hamburgers on
the
the menu.
axle is repaired in the back of the truck.
Sitting in the back of the truck right now. We're on our way to the campsite to put it back together.
Took them a day and a half.
Yep.
Cost 9,500 pesos,
which is like $633 in US dollars at the moment.
No, it's actually $557.
So I say that's not bad because they had to machine a new spindle, and I'm sure they had to machine something to rebuild the hub. I don't know what they did to rebuild the hub, but they took the other side apart and re-greased the bearings on it, and I'm sure to get the dimensions on the spindle right. So it's all back together, and it spins by hand. So that's a good sign. We've only got like 450 pesos left.
Yeah, we kind of hit the end of what my bank card would allow us to withdraw from the ATM.
No more lavanderia, no more tacos.
Except for the ones we make ourselves.
Except for the ones we make ourselves. We will wash clothes in a bucket.
Luckily, the grocery stores and the gas stations
take
tarjetas, take credit cards. So yeah, and I think after this we're making our way up north anyway. So
and to work to make up this money.
Yeah, well, no, actually we have money set aside for emergencies already. So this money's already been banked, but we'll need to start saving for the next one. So back at the scene of the crime.
Scene of the crime.
Oh, we got bees to help you.
We got bees to help.
Yay.
Bees will help.
Got Axel. Whee. That's not the one.
That's the old side.
That's the other side.
You stuck it in backwards because we wanted to surprise everybody.
Yeah.
There's where this new spindle's welded on.
Yep.
And you can see it's got a standard dust cap on it. So it's standard bearings, but this is all back together.
Welds look okay.
Yep, the welds look good. They're MIG welds, and they look good. So we'll see what happens. Order of operations. We're rolling the axle all the way back to the max tracks to the jack stands. And we're going to drop the spring on each side over here. I'm going to roll it back forward so it's over the springs. And then I'm going to lift up one side at a time, lift it up. Elizabeth's going to put the spring bolt in the hanger, and then I can set that side down, and we're going to do the other side. And once the spring bolts are in, then I can start putting all the other bolts together and putting the leaf spring hangers or the axle hangers on. U-bolts, that's them. And then the shocks. So here we go. I'm going to pull that.
All right, now put this down.
Drop that down. Here, you're going to need this.
Right.
But not yet, because I got to roll. Oh, wait. We got to drop the other spring.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yep. Don't set that in the dirt. Drop the other spring. Then I can roll it forward.
I got it.
There we go. Now the whole thing can go this way. Like that. I might need help lifting this up.
Yeah,
I got it.
you got it. Come on. All right, we're gonna.
Sweet. That's.
No, I got toys sticking in
Oh no.
It's up on the thing. I gotta get the Loctite. Over. The toolbox. And a black bag. And a plastic bag. And a plastic bag.
Yes, it looks like we carry a lot of supplies with us, but it's not like there's always a hardware store or a part supply store nearby where we're at.
Found it.
Ask me again why our truck only gets 10 miles to the gallon.
You on this side?
Either side doesn't matter. Here. I need one more thing.
What?
I need you to lift up on one side of the axle and shift it.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. I don't have blue. I've got green and red. Guess we'll go with green. Because I don't want to do red because I might need to remove this thing. So we'll go with green.
Oh, it's still liquid at any rate.
Yeah, Loctite.
Still got our bees. At least they're not aggressive.
No, they're not aggressive bees. They're friendly bees.
We've made it a habit as we travel to leave out water for the local honeybees, and this campsite is
And
no
this time
exception.
he's got a tarp to lay on so he doesn't get sticky stuff in his back because there's cholla bits all over the place.
Yeah. Anybody that's been in the desert knows what I'm talking about. It's going good, right?
Yeah, I know.
You tighten your leaf spring bolts in an X fashion so you tighten them up as evenly as possible so your hanger plate goes up square to your leaf spring rather than being jacked around.
There.
That's 75 at the moment. We're going to try to sneak up onto it here.
What's it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be at 100 to 120.
Soon it was time to reattach the shocks. We had to use a little persuasion.
That should be better. Oh, God, my shoulder hurts. You go on there.
All right, you're almost halfway done. It doesn't have to be what?
It does not have to be torqued. It's just going to be whatever feels like the right ugga-dugga. Because it's just a shock.
It's okay, Shock. You're not just a Shock.
No, you're a Rancho 5000X.
Wow, X. You're extreme.
I know, right? It's actually the reason we have the Rancho shocks on the trailer is it's the one that fit. Because you could buy them by length of extension and compression. And this shock extends and compresses just a little more than the axle does. So it works. There we go. You're good. All right. That's one side.
Yay. Other than the wiring.
Other than the brake wiring. I'm going to do that after we put the tires on.
Yep.
In your holes, you're supposed to... No. Don't fight.
The second set of U-bolts tried to give us trouble. It was a fight, but we
Well,
won.
we just had to take a file and file out the
Yeah.
things. It's fine.
It's fine. Come on.
Alright, we're all torqued.
Torqued.
Now we're just doing the shock mount.
Put the shock back on, and then I'm gonna put the wheels back on, and then I'm gonna do the brakes because that gives me more ground clearance to put the brakes on.
You won't have to worry about falling.
And I don't have to worry about falling. If it's on its tires, it won't fall on me,
I'm not
right?
sure how much it costs to have a body shipped from Mexico up to the United States, but it's probably pretty expensive.
I'm sure that's not inexpensive. Can you imagine what the military checkpoint people say?
Alright,
We are getting there.
getting there. We got one wheel on. Tighten up the lugs.
Enough to sit back down on the ground. Then we'll torque them. Bearing feels good.
Yeah, it did in California too before we started this trip.
This isn't the one that went bad. This one felt good anyway. Well, they both felt good when we left California.
Adventure!
Adventure!
It'll make you late for dinner.
Okay, to fit the cool TRD rims, I had to have a spacer on my drum. So it spaces me 1.25 inches out from the drum, and I'm tightening the lug nuts that came on the drum to the spacer, and using my pry bar or my breaker bar locked in the lugs, I can check the torque on and make sure that the guys at the axle repair place torque my spacer down. So you just stick that in the dirt so it leans against the ground, and it digs itself a little hole, and you push and it clicks and you got torque. And I've checked them all. They're all at 90 pounds, and that's about where it needs to be. So we're good to go.
Alright. Alright.
Okay, so it was Tuesday afternoon about this time, 2:37-ish.
It's currently Thursday afternoon.
It's currently Thursday afternoon. So Tuesday afternoon, we pulled into this site and noticed that this wheel was devastated, to say the least. And here we are Thursday, about the same time in the afternoon. So just
48 hours later.
48 hours later, we've got a new spindle, new hub, and I'm sure they didn't change the brakes, but the brakes look like they're gonna work. I'll find out when I get them hooked up, but I think they're gonna be fine. So yeah, 2 days. Service truck Bastidas in Santa Rosalia.
Yep. They were happy to help.
They were happy to help, and
I think cost was fair.
They actually
633 USD.
they were working on other vehicles when we pulled in, and they stopped what they were doing. When we brought the axle, they stopped what they were doing. We brought the axle yesterday morning, 9 o'clock, 9:20 actually. And when we rolled in there with the axle, everybody, there's 4 of them there. They stopped what they were doing, then they all got work on the axle.
Pretty happy with that.
Very happy.
Yep. All right.
We did it. We got the tires back on. They look good. This one looks square. It rolls true. It rolls pretty free. It's a little tighter than the other side, but it rolls free enough that I think it's going to be fine. I'll have to check it in a few hundred miles to see. But all I got to do is the brake wiring, and we'll be ready to roll. I'm so happy. I know this face doesn't look it, but
It's just a little tired. It's been very stressful the last couple of days, but I think we're in the upswing.
yep. We're well.
So now you're on the second set.
Yep.
Hooking up the brakes. You won't know until we get it on the road whether the brakes actually work.
Yeah, we'll know as soon as we pull out, because I'll hit the brakes and see if they work. But we won't know until then. But yeah, I'm just reattaching wires with butt connectors and shrink tubing to keep water out. So it'll work.
Dead under the trailer. Well,
it's comfortable under here.
you gonna stay under there?
No, I'm coming out. I think I'm done. I got the brake wires reattached on both sides. So we should have brakes. Project finished.
Oops, wait. Do it again.
Project finished.
Desert repair.
Desert repair.
A broken spindle.
Broken spindle.
Can't even say what happened to the bearing. It just disintegrated.
The bearing's somewhere between here and Santa Rosalia. I don't know where it's at. It's also in the dust of the grease that we pulled out of the back of the hub. It's in there somewhere. We could glue it back together.
No, we can. All right, now he's at to finish putting tools away.
Tools away, clean up.
Gotta clean the grease.
My pants.
Clean the grease out of your jacket and pants.
Yep. But it's done.
All right.
Ready to roll.
All right.
After a night's sleep, you're ready to roll out.
Te vas a arrepentir cuando me veas con otra, al vernos de la mano y al besar su boca. Te vas a arrepentir y te lo digo en serio, por haber despreciado este humilde ranchero.
If you look behind us, we're rolling. We've got the teardrop in tow. It seems to be fixed. I don't hear any weird noises coming from the bearing. Elizabeth was outside the trailer when we started to move it for the first time, and she didn't hear any noises. So I think we might be fixed. See how far we get today.
Thanks for
See what
watching.
happens.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Next video. Back to Los Estados Unidos and our campsite in the cactus, where we watch the Border Patrol watch us. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below and share with your friends.
Nunca el valor de un hombre lo hace su dinero. Aunque no tengo nada, yo te daba todo, pero tú no quisiste llenarte de lodo.